Okay, I had promised to do a quick video on the setup kit for the Micro B and do a quick walkthrough what the parts are. We got a couple different size disc wheels here for setup. There's 32, 34, and 36 millimeter. Those correspond to the Losi front, stock rear, and then Kyosho style tires respectively. So you're going to want to choose a disc that's pretty close to what your wheel is when you do your setup, right? And you're going to put these on the vehicle, and then I'll show you how to use the camber and toe gauges. Okay, so once you got the setup wheels on, you can see I got 32 in the front and 34s in the back from the set of setup wheels. It's because I'm using the stock Losi Micro B buggy wheels and tires. You definitely want to put these on with the hexes on. You can see here I've got them with the hexes mounted on the outside there. This is just to give you a nice flat surface to measure from. And we're going to take our two camber gauges here. We're going to use our camber gauges, and we're going to roll up right next to the buggy's wheel. And we're going to check to see whether or not we can get a nice flat surface. And we'll move it so you can see it in the camera here, right? And you're going to check, and you can see I got 1 degree of camber set here in the front. And when you're checking the buggy, you're going to kind of mush it a few times just to get the suspension to settle right. You can always double check it like that. But same thing in the front and rear. What you're looking for is not to press it real super tight, but you want to get the wheel up close to the camber gauge, and you want to look and see if you can see any daylight. Now you can see here I got just a tiny little bit of daylight there that you can see from behind. Sometimes it helps to have a flashlight. You can even start to do something like this. Sorry for the light there, guys, but you can see how there's a little bit of daylight between the wheel and the camber gauge. That means that back one's got to be set a little bit further out to be 1 degree of toe, or 1 degree of camber, sorry. Next up, I'm going to show you how to set the toe in the front. We're going to use this H-bar here that we've got that comes with the kit, and you're going to put the wheels right around there. And what we're looking for, you can see we've got our toe gauges here. We've got toe in and toe out. So whichever word is facing towards you, that's what we're going to be using. You can see these are double-sided, right? That's what we're going to be using to set our toes. So if we wanted to set 2 degrees of toe out on each wheel, we'd be using this side right here. If we wanted to set toe out for 1 to 2 degrees, I've got another gauge here, so there's 4 gauges in total, 1 for each side. I'm going to set mine for 1 degree of toe in, which means on this gauge we're going to be using this corner right here facing us, and grab the other gauge here, which is the opposite angle, and we're going to do the same thing. So what we'll do is these will slide into this H bracket here that you can see, and what you're looking for, and move the camera a little bit here, is we're going to go top down, and we're going to just very gently run up one side, right? Get it nice and even, not snug, don't pull it super tight. We're going to run one side, and then we're going to check the other. You can see I've got about 1 degree of toe in here to 1 degree of toe in there. Now on the buggies, you can get these wheels pretty close to centered, but you don't necessarily have to run this exactly centered with the car on, because you're measuring the relative angle between the two wheels. So as long as it's pretty close, you're going to get a good reading for toe in. If we were going to set toe out, assuming you got the adjustable tie rods here, you'd flip these over so that there was 1 degree without showing towards you, facing out towards you. Same thing if you wanted to go with a steeper angle, like 2 or 3.